We back, you know, we have to just take a little pause, but man, we back on it. We back with the man.
Yes, sir.
So, put us on the roller coaster, man. Let's start from the beginning on how you got started in comedy and what made you do comedy. And just take us on the ride, man. You know what to do. Go ahead.
All right. Well, since I got the flow tonight, nah, seriously, what made me do comedy? Man, I guess it's the way that people react and how you can change somebody's life. You'd be surprised how you can say something that makes somebody laugh that can kick out depression. You can say something in a funny way that'll be a nugget for them later on. Comedy for me is therapy because I have ups and downs in life because my mind is different from the way people think. So what made me get into comedy is it was a situation where I was just at my breaking point. You know what I'm saying? And I just had to laugh. And that comes from the beginning of my journey. Bernie Mac helped me out a lot as a kid. Being dark-skinned played a part in my insecurities as a young man growing up. My dad, he wasn't really there. And then you go out into the world, you get into all this types of stuff, and then people judge you, because this when light skin was in, per se. Everybody had to have a light skinned girl.
Yeah, man, it's still in, man.
I mean, it's still in, but since Black Panther came out,
yeah, we screwed now.
Everybody, we're gonna come back to that. We're gonna come, boy, I got something to talk about you peoples.
Boy, full circle.
Yes, sir. So back then, you had a lot of the people with the good hair and all of that, they were popping. So me being dark skinned, man, I had to work hard ever since I was a kid. Big nose, but I had skills in football, baseball, basketball. So over the years, it built up some type of wall because people telling you to shut up, you're talking too much, so then you shut down. So then when I started to notice who Bernie Mac was from Def Jam on up to the Bernie Mac show, it kind of gave me confidence on how to present myself to the world. His words are, I don't care if you like me, I like it. So those words stuck with me, and the famous quote, I ain't scared of you motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when those words translated into my adulthood, it set the tone for me to get placed into comedy because I was a rapper. All the way up to 2008, I was a rapper, and then as 2008 transitioned into 2009, I started to become a comedian. I met Bernie on the set of Soul Man, and it was like a transfer of energy now. White people believe in ghosts and the ghost hunter, but I do believe in a transfer of a familiar spirit. Knowing that was gonna be his last time on earth, I got a chance to bump shoulders with a mentor. I don't do idols. Mentor or somebody that I tailor and remind people after. You know what I'm saying? I remind people of him. So from that journey, I started doing comedy 2008, 2009, and so I started hitting open mics, getting familiar with what works and what don't work. And then in 2010, it happened. Boom, D.L. Hughley gave me a shot at the Funny Bone. I'm doing Bernie Mac impression. That man said on the third night, come back here, I got something special for you. Put me on stage. I was nervous as hell because I didn't have no material. So what I did, I went back to Bernie Mac. It worked. Then he pulled me to the side and told me, be yourself. You look like Bernie, you sound like Bernie, but add you to it. So after that, I said, well, what can I do best besides try to tell these jokes? I rap. So I started bringing in my impressions. I started working my avenues inside of comedy. And then it started to work. People started noticing me, started hitting these open mics, started seeing how I was supposed to dress. I was the only comedian in here in Shreveport wearing a damn suit. So then people laughed, and it was like, well, yeah, you wearing a suit to every show. Because if I'm gonna bomb or not do well, guess what? You're gonna say I look good when I do it. It ain't how you start, it's how you finish. So over the years, 2010, 2011 come around, I talked my way up into the Centratel Center. Shout out to Doc Cooley, Jazzy Jeff. They was doing Cat Williams. I said, hey man, I want to do comedy for Cat Williams. They said, are you funny? Yep. They go to Bernie Mac impression. I did it. They said, all right, come with us. Took me to the place. They set up And then the stage manager, I said, man, can I open up tonight, do a few minutes? He said, are you funny? I said, yeah, give me some jokes. I did my jokes. He said, no, give me you, not Bernie. I said, no, that's me. The dude said, I'm not gonna pay you anything. Come back here. Be here at a certain time. Either you're gonna be funny, it's gonna be the start of your career, it's gonna be the end. 2011, and this is his Catpocalypse, end up being the DVD. Man, I opened the show, brought Cat Williams out. I killed that show. The dude gave me $50, bro. My car was on E. So that was a humble beginning in comedy in 2011. So then 2012 rolled around. That year, I had a dream. Bernie came to me in a dream and told me, say, this is what you're supposed to be doing. And I said, okay, but I think this is just a dream. Maybe I ate too much or something. And then he came to me again and said, son, I'm handing you the mic. So then his wife sends the representative from the foundation. They call me. We're gonna fly you out to Chicago. Me being from Shreveport, Louisiana, the comedian that everybody really didn't get yet, got a chance of a lifetime to fly to Chi-Town, Bernie Mac's home place. And look, just a quick rundown to show you that dreams work. In my rookie year coming, I did what no comedian did in 4 days. I went to this man's house. They bought me a hotel, bought me food, everything, took care of my expenses. His driver was my driver. I went to this man's house, knocked on the door with his driver. His wife said, oh my God, you remind me of Bernard, which is Bernie Mac's, his name. And everything I did in that house, those people watched me. It was the way that Bernie would have sat, where he sat in the house, I sit in the exact same place. The beer that he liked, I like the same beer. Keep in mind, I met him in 2008 as a kid, you know, a young man just trying to be an actor. Everything I did in that man's house was the way that he would have done it. It was like his spirit was there. Did the show, killed the show in Chicago, and it's been since 2012, and I just went back. So on my journey, bro, I went through a whole bunch of phases, opened up for a lot of big wigs, opened up, you know what I'm saying, places that nobody ever dreamed of going as a comedian. And it was times where I wanted to give up on comedy. It was times that I wanted to throw in the towel. It's times I felt like the shit wasn't fair. But I said it's a form of therapy. People need laughter. It's people dying out here. Political issues going out here, and we need this chuckle. And I was blessed to have the spirit and the gift to remind people of one of the best comedians of our time, which is Mr. Bernie Mac. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I didn't treat it lightly. All the way up to now, 10 years in the game, flying everywhere. Houston, Arkansas, going to the Walk of Fame to see Bernie get his start. You know what I'm saying? So my journey through comedy from 2008 till now has been a beautiful ride. Beautiful, but bloody ride, because I had to punch the concrete just so that rose can grow up out of the concrete for comedy. You know what I'm saying? And so now I'm here. I have arrived. So what they gonna do with me now?
Especially you being on Takeover TV.
Yes, sir. How many people can say that they on Takeover TV because you requested to come? Not because you had to pay your way. Your talent spoke for yourself. And the first time we did here, I was on here, I was with my group, I was with my people. But God had another plan, and that's how we're gonna say that. God had another plan for my life where I had to grow. They were on a journey that was a little bit too fast for me, because I had issues with the Bernie Mac Foundation. It was a small issue of misunderstanding, because we family. Mm-hmm. You know, and my aunts didn't even know, but it was business. What people have to understand in this business, you gotta get muddy, homeboy, just to get seen. You're gonna step on some toes. You gotta push your way through it. So what I did was, I look like this man, I sound like this man. My style is like this man, so you damn right them people came after me. Well, guess what? I didn't panic. God put other people in my life to help me get through it. And it's actually funny though, because I just knew I was on till they sent that damn letter. That's when you'll know that you made it to a point. A guy called me and say, hey, the reason why you got the paperwork because you're on the radar now. People see you. So now they see you, you're gonna get everything thrown at you because they think you're doing an impression and you're an imposter. But you show them who Jeremy Unmask is. Then they're gonna see the reflection that you're just not an impressionist. You are you, but you're just a younger version of a legacy that has been started by a man that was a man's man, which is Mr. Bernie Mac. You feel me? So I don't take it lightly, you know what I'm saying? But I did get them damn papers though. It scared the hell out of me, and I had to remind myself that it's all for a good cause, and everything worked out for the good of those that love the Lord. You feel me?
Right.
And I ain't ashamed to tell you that's what I stand on.
It's crazy how this all came full circle.
Right.
Because we was actually supposed to do this interview about a year ago.
Yes, sir.
About a year ago. But I'm kind of glad how it fell out.
Right.
Because we way more established now than we were a year ago.
Right.
Takeover TVs done went to different heights, and I got people that love me and some that hate me.
Right.
You know, because they ain't got their video on yet. Man, if you could see the line, if you could look at my inbox, see all the videos that's in my inbox right now.
Right.
So, I mean, have you got a chance to check out anything on Takeover TV?
Yes, sir. I've been stalking y'all because I've been waiting on my turn and my shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, goddamn.
I done lost weight, gained weight, and everything for you to get it. I'm like, damn, he might not, he don't like me or something.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But then, you know, but all things happen for a reason, man. It was meant for you to go to a new height, me to launch myself off the launching pad. So when we meet, we can kind of excel each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's many days to shoot these shots right now. There's many days where I dealt with some people that had the power here to get a brother like me to where I need to be to get us where we need to be. But selfishness and greed. I done did voiceovers for some people that work in radio. That when the smallest thing that I needed to my puzzle that they had the piece to, they hid the piece to the puzzle.
All right, damn, that sounds familiar.
And I'm talking about,
Man, I'm not bullshitting. That sounds familiar.
right, but I'm giving you $1 million work now.
Yeah.
I'm giving you I'm giving you the work so you can broaden your audience, expand your horizon for your show, giving you ideas that I can keep to myself and wait till I get there and maybe bump you out. But due to I'm not affiliated with certain hood, or I'm not with this person as my manager, or I don't have this amount of money rather than the talent, you think they give a damn about you? No, they don't.
No.
I mean, all these comedy shows that come here, why aren't we being put on there? Now, I know it's protocol, but if you got the power and they give you the power, why would you put some whack-ass person, yeah, I said it, you put somebody whack as hell on this stage representing, guess what? The whole city.
Yeah.
It ain't about me hating. It's all love. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna say what you scared to say tonight. Out there, if you're listening and you see this visual on Takeover TV. We pick and choose who we put on stage, but it doesn't be the right choice or the right season for that type of talent. I just seen comedians booed off of stages with the mainstream that could have got them to the next level. There's no way that you put a comedian on the stage with a well-known singer and you know they're not gonna do well.
Right.
You gotta take maturity over favor and talent over popularity. That's why when they let me creep through this thing as I'm pushing through it, they gonna see the difference because I have many talents. There's no way that you say, hey bro, just cause you mess with Takeover, I'm finna bring Corey Holcomb, Michael Blackston, Lil Real, and the rest of them to the Hirsch Coliseum, Municipal Auditorium, and not put me on. If I showed you love, you showed me love. There's no way you gonna put me on that stage if I didn't fit in with that group. You say, hey, you need to develop. Just because I got a name in the streets of Shreveport don't mean I'm gonna have a name with the people that paid their money. And that's what a lot of people get away from the talent, and they look at the popularity. And that's why we fall short every time here in this city. There's no way I'm gonna put a comedian that is not musically inclined on stage with somebody like Tank or them. You know what I'm saying?
Setting them up for failure.
You setting them up for failure. You never put a comedian that cannot stand on his own at a rap concert. You will get swallowed up because they came to see that rapper. Don't put an inexperienced comedian in a certain area that they know that they don't belong. Now me, I ain't shooting shots, but guess what? I can belong anywhere. You know why? Because I understand the principle of the grind.
I understand the shots because it's to a point with Takeover TV. This is the deal that's going on right now. We're interrupting some shit that's been going on that some of the key holders have been charging these artists so much just to put them on.
Right.
We've been putting on these jokers for free,
Right.
and they've been getting, not no hundreds, they've been getting thousands.
Right.
Thousands of views, hundreds of shares, and all kind of comments. There's niggas that don't like that shit.
Right, they don't.
Because they've been making money doing the same shit that we doing for free.
Right.
So now we becoming the people's champion of the city, and there's some few key people that don't like that shit.
Well, you
They don't want to fuck with me.
Well,
you ain't gotta fuck with me.
you
'Cause I'm
don't.
gonna take the crown, whether you like it or not.
Right. And the thing
You know what
about
I'm
it is, before God came, it was a lot of. Well, let's back up. Before Christ hit this earth, it was a lot of chaos.
Yeah.
There was a lot of lessons that need to be learned. There's a lot of people that was enslaved. But when something good comes along, you think people gonna like it? No. What you bring to the area is not in your area. Jerusalem or whatever you want to do it biblically, and you can get kicked out of there, but you still do the work that is going to create something better. That man died on the cross for us, and guess what? And we able to live. People can take it how they want it. This is what a smart part of me come in of the understanding of what you're saying. A lot of people, we're going to go there. A lot of people say something about the Bible. The Bible has been remixed more than the Puff Daddy album. Let me tell you something. So, with that, a lot of people fall short. Now, the Bible and Revelation, it tells people this is going to happen. But you don't want to read what happened in Revelation because it's too gruesome for you. But you want the cute stuff, Buck and Shout and Malachi, where you get money and increase. But you don't want to hear about the wilderness blessing, which I'm in the wilderness now, wilderness of my career. A lot of people ain't with me. You don't see no group of people smoking weed sitting up in this beautiful establishment.
Right.
But with that, anything good is gonna eventually brush against something that's bad. But if you know the main core of where that good come from, no matter how evil try to deter you away from it, it's not gonna happen. Same thing with the city, and I said all of that biblically all the way to now. Anytime something good like this come along to put people on like us that need this in and got the juice, it's gonna be a lot of backlash. Why? Why didn't I think of that? Because you're greedy. What's a man to gain the whole world and to lose his soul? It's easy for a camel to enter through the eye of a needle than a rich man to make it to heaven. Greed. So the thing about it is the same thing with the talent. That's why a lot of people, they fly high, but they fall fast. I don't want to be a star. Stars fall. So the thing is, that fast road that people take to get there, it's not going to last long. But when you wait a minute and be humble and humble yourself, you'll have longevity and you won't get into something that is not for you. Be the tortoise than the rabbit, man. That's why I'm prospering now. What are the odds of a year later I'm mature now that I can hold an interview? A lot of rappers and comedians get threw out there on the pedestal because their manager or their team want to shine along with them. And these people can't even sit here and look you eye to eye like a man. And then when you ask them a question, they have the dumbest answers and you have to chop and screw everything that the interview consists of because they don't make sense. They throwing riddles instead of realities. So that year-long take for us to work out and stuff like that in this business, it was meant to happen because it's all part of the plan. Now I got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Now the people, they know me now. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know me before, but they know me now. But a maturity level of how to deal with people, it was people I was supposed to cut out that would have took over this whole interview and tried to talk for me. You can't talk for me.
Man, I got what you call I call it vulture patience. You see vultures, man, something be dead. They don't go down there. They circle around for a few days. They wait.
Right.
They wait. They wait for the right time. Then they go down.
Right.
Man, people trying to take the elevator to the top. Man, I take the steps.
Right.
One step at a time, bro.
Because you'll be built for it.
Yeah. You gotta pay yourself for it.
I don't want a microwave blessing. I want it pressed down and shaken together. I don't want it sitting here in a saran wrap box. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to ship this dope that I'm pushing out to the world in an exposed container, baby. You better wrap it up and seal it so when they see it, they appreciate it and it's undetected, but it is worth and it tastes good when it hits your nostrils and your taste bud. See, a lot of people don't understand that. My talent is like dope, baby. Once you get a taste of it, you're gonna love it for life.
Speaking of talent, and I've been waiting to get to this part.
I know it.
I've been waiting to get to this part, man. I know you got dope comedy. I watch your clips and all that. I've been keeping an eye on you, whether you know it or not, man. I keep an eye on a lot of talent, a lot of people.
Right.
Man, you've been doing your thing. So, what I want to get some of these great impersonations that you do. Let's start off with D.L. Hughley.
All right, the backstory of that real quick is one day I was just watching Jay Farrell do all his things. Now, I've been doing impressions before I know who Jay Farrell was.
Right.
But he's so good that you can't say he ain't.
Yeah.
And the brother's on SNL and all these movies, and I follow him. Shout out to him. But how it happened is I'm a King's Comedy fan, and I listen to how DL does it, and I said, I want to be different. Let me do the comedians and people that nobody else does. I say, and he's making a lot of noise politically, comedically, and he stands for the people.
Yes,
and he just don't care. So that's how I got into DL, and I just started working it. Plus, I want to work in radio.
Right.
So with him, bro, I just kind of started watching Comic View again, getting familiar with the laugh, and then I can go into it like, this is D.L. Hughley from the D.L. Hughley Show, and this is the GED section, and we are on a takeover. And his famous quote is, "Fuck y'all, don't act like it's just me." And that's how you get it.
Well, hold on, DL. Let me ask you your opinion on Donald Trump.
Well, you know, anytime you have a motherfucker that's the color of fruit running the country and talk about he gonna sleep with his daughter, we got a problem. I mean, that dude there is slow. You know what I mean? You don't get no better than the 50 times. I know all of the other Republicans is like, look at this bullshit here. Out of all the times that we took over America, we let the retarded seed. I don't even know how he survived abortion. I don't even. Even Hitler is mad at this motherfucker. You cannot be a retarded Nazi. This is bullshit. You can't. Hey man, you gotta cut this shit out. It's like having a retarded crackhead trying to take a bite out of crime with crack. Like you can't. America has had enough of slowness. I'm sorry. I mean, we like the George, but you could have had Bob Doe with the little arm. I mean, you know, you gonna have how you gonna have a retarded person with all his body function? I'd rather have a handicapped president. We were better when Roosevelt was the president. That's just I mean, that's America picking a retarded guy.
Well, DL, I think you hit it right on the head with that one. Now we don't have Zero to walk in. Zero, man. You know, I don't listen to a lot of your music, Mo City Done. You know, you got some stuff. You got about 55 albums and all that. So, man, Zero, what you been up to lately?
Shit, trying to stay out of jail. Hold up, man.
Oh, boy, I'm fucking up this joke and I gotta get. So Zero, I mean, what's your best hit? What, Mo City Done?
Yes, sir. But you already know anything I drop, I can talk about it. Raindrops falling from the ceiling, you know what I'm saying? That shit go jam, don't wear skinny jeans.
Zero, man, it took me a long time for me to finally get you on the takeover. Man, I've been hitting up your inbox left and right. Man, you know, you one of my favorite rappers, and you finally came through the takeover, man. So, what you think about Takeover TV, Zero?
Man, I think it's one of the best things that they could have dropped, you know what I'm saying, since Contact living on Dark Bitches, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And
great.
so, you know, we need need somebody to take over because there's too many people following the leader and they don't want to win. So I show you love, love, baby. You should take it to see what good. Yeah.
Man, you got your double styrofoam cup, man.
You already know. I can't be drink alone. You got to be feeling. Oh, love.
Oh, man, come on. I finally got my interview with Zero.
Yes, sir.
So, man, we gonna go back and blast in the past. So Bernie, where you been, man?
Let me tell you something. I've been on the south side of Chicago, and then I moved all the way to City Grove with Tupac and Biggie. You smoke. Let me tell you something. If Michael Jackson moonwalk one more time, I swear for Lord, I'm gonna bust his head to the white meat. I'm so tired of America allowing skinny jeans, milk and cookies, drawing their eyebrows on. What type of shit is this? Big Mama would have whooped your ass. You come up here wearing a slip. And you a man. That's some bullshit, right? It don't make no sense. I know I probably ain't supposed to cut, but I'm tired. I'm gonna say what you scared to say. You say it any damn way, you know? Like these retarded ass kids walking on the stove. I done told your little flicked ass not to touch nothing in basket. But you started touching stuff, you know? And I pinched the hell out and I'm gonna go to jail. What type of shit? I'm whooping the police ass too. Cause this my child. I tell you, sit down. Sit your ass down. That's what's wrong with America now. I think when we all get old and die, I think God should come back. I don't want these kids running the damn White House. There's something wrong with them. I know something wrong. They slow. They dad is wearing skinny jeans. We got a retarded sperm floating into it.
So what'd you tell the little baby when he was trying to get the milk and cookies?
I said, sit your fucking ass down. It's too goddamn late for some milk and cookies, man. That's how I talk to him. Fuck that time I shit, you know. Oh, man. You know, he twisted around. Man, he thought it was a coincidence. When Juvenile said a 99-2000, he ain't mean that the kids gonna be stupid. We thought that the lights was gonna go 12 o'clock for sure. You thought the lights were gonna go out. No, your child came out retarded. How the hell you yell at a child and they gonna either blow the country up or hang themselves because you tell them to wash dishes? What type of shit it is? You slow, stupid son of a bitch. Big egg sandwich.
Oh, man. So, what was it like being on Kings of Comedy on tour with D.L. Hughley and Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer, man? How was that?
Man, it was a good tour, you know what I'm saying? We laughed and joked, and we got along, we had our ups and downs. But I don't appreciate them some of my bitches talking about I can't talk. You listening too slow. We had a good night. It was hot as hell inside of inside of those trucks. They taking us from city to city, all that ass jumping around. I'm married, I can't be fucking with you. That's just like a fat son of a bitch sitting there and food and then they can't touch it. It was disgusting. But we brought comedy to life, We did what most people, what most people didn't do was a big tour. I enjoyed working with them guys. I wish I could do it again, but I'm in heaven now.
Hey, man.
I'm back one more time.
Man, who else do you do?
Oh, man, let's see who else I do. Well, dog, see the people, they been walking, DMX, man, I'm talking like myself, I be like, hey, man, I don't do drugs, but I'm lying, It's like a lot of people try to do me, Ari Spears try to do me, I'm like, all right, my nigga, you good, you know what I'm saying? Jay Farrell try to do me, like, that cat good too, But, the dog come through, I don't really like people, when they bark, you want to bark when you're smart, you know what I'm saying? But they don't know that the X gonna give it to you, I be tired of people, they trying to, impersonate me. What? I'm like, no, nigga, When you gonna talk like the X, you gotta be real with it. You gotta do the hands and gestures, you nigga, you gotta go down low so the nigga wanna understand, you know what I'm saying? I'm stupid. Y'all gotta pray for me. You gotta pray for me.
Man,
You know, when I do, I do like people like most people scared of, like what it is, you know what I'm saying? This young Jesus from the bottom of the map. Shout out to my nigga Mailman, you already know what it is. They say I'm about to get ready to retire, you already know what it is, I'm tired. There's too many skinny jeans out there in the world, you know what I'm saying? Rappers went to a whole nother level, you know what I'm saying? Anytime you gotta dye your hair and get 50 tattoos on your face, my nigga, you ain't no real rapper. Yeah. I mean, I do everybody, man, you know what I'm saying?
We the only show that don't have 2 rappers, 2 comedians, big time.
Yeah.
On one show. We
And
had
one show.
Zero, we had Dale Hughley, we had the late Bernie Mac, and Young Jesus.
Yeah.
Only on Takeover
It's go
TV.
down. You know, it's go down. You know, I'm currently working on David Chappelle because, when you do David Chappelle, people always give you the, David Chappelle. That ain't how that man sound, bro. That's not how he sound.
Right.
David Chappelle got pain now since he came back from Africa. So, it's like David Chappelle. I'm here on the Takeover, still developing the voice. I had to come back out and talk with a list. And you gotta be like, hey man, this is how we're gonna do it. And I left the show since Charlie Murphy, he passed away. Yes.
You're gonna be the only show I've done leaving here with a damn headache.
Yeah, I'm stupid, man. My mom ain't take up prenatal care. I'm trying to talk about something. I love what I do, man. I mean, the list go on, man. I do so many impressions, and I think of them daily, but I do what don't nobody do. I'm working on Charlie Murphy, coming soon. And I mean,
Oh my God.
yeah, because Charlie was
Now, you just want to touch on something earlier. You had brought up Black Panther.
right.
I'm gonna let you touch
Oh,
on that, and then
we finna go
we
there.
gonna get there wrapping it up. But
We
go
gonna
ahead.
wrap it up like most of y'all need to in this city. I'm so tired of these dirty pussy. Excuse me, Lord. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I just talked about Jesus. Half of these girls hot enough to burn a CD. I need that.
That's hot than a motherfucker.
Yeah. You ain't got no edges, but you got syphilis. What type of shit?
God.
Well, anyway.
Yeah.
But which brings me to my point. Help me, Holy Ghost. Now, when Black Panther came out, that was a great movie.
Yes, it was.
It's a great movie, and they're helping the children think that they're superheroes, and giving them inspiration. The president was good. We had one of our color, and then it's time for the kids to see that you are feared. You know what I'm saying? You're fearless. You can do anything, and you can be anything you want to be. That's what it stood for. See, now I'm gonna break it down to you. I'm gonna give you the funny parts of Black Panther real quick, and I'm gonna give you the political standpoint of what it stood for, what I got out of the movie, because I'm a scholar too. I'm not
Well, I tell you what, unleash, and I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy that.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I believe in God, and whatever happened, I believe that's evil. I believe that is good. So my thing is, you come to me, I'm gonna be evilly good the way I whoop your ass, because see, that is just not what we're gonna do here. All right, now the movie, for me, it meant more because, like I said, I grew up on Marvel Comics. People can say what they want to say. It was a great film, hands down. No matter if you black, white, yellow, pink, or whatever. Whoever created that movie, they finally got it that we are all created equal. And sometimes most of us have something much more than the other that makes us different, but we still the same, if that makes sense. What that movie stood for us as a people, it stood for hope that that our generation of kids won't grow up soft. They won't grow up weak, and they get the chance to see somebody like them win for a chance. Now, that movie, it had 2 different parts in there between Killmonger and T'Challa. I don't know why people keep naming that damn cheer after this damn movie. One was Malcolm, and the other one was Martin. If you pay attention to that movie, you know what I'm saying? T'Challa was like, the hell with them. We got the power, we got the juice, we got the everything. We can make a difference, but then we also can do this, payback, basically. Take over TV. Then you had the Black Panther, which was, T'Challa was like, hold on, bro. We all, I understand where you're going with it. but we still had to respect
So,
him.
so Killmonger.
Killmonger was the first. You said
Malcolm
T'Challa
X.
was the first one.
Yeah,
So you mean
Killmonger.
Killmonger was the first one?
Yeah,
like his cousin. Now,
Yeah,
T'Challa,
he was the Malcolm X of it. Like,
he
man,
was
Yeah,
because he was.
Killmonger.
That's what I'm saying. He was like, dude, hey, send them planes, boom, boom, let's go get them. And then T'Challa was like, hey man, that ain't the way to do it. We understand that we got the resources, we got this, we got that, but that ain't how to solve a problem. And to me, I mean, it don't make sense to everybody else, but you can feel what our ancestors and our grandmothers and grandmother felt back then. To me, I was like, damn, it makes sense, but then it proves a valid point in that movie that one was by any means necessary is what I'm trying to say, and the other one was let's promote peace, even though we got the power to make change.
So, well, I just need you to drop your social medias, man, where people can find you and find your stuff.
Yeah, y'all gonna have a hard time editing this month. Listen.
Shit, ain't no edit. You cooking on it.
Oh, no, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about shit. I done went on about everything. I was Martin Luther King and every rapper and comedian that you could think of. For the people that want to follow comedian Jeremy Unmasked, we're going to put on my serious voice. You can follow me on Facebook at Jeremy Unmask Smith. Don't put no ED in there. Jeremy Unmasked Smith. Or you can follow me on my fan page, which is Comedian Unmasked. Once again, do not put no damn ED at the end of it. It is Unmasked, UNMASK. And you can also follow me on Instagram at comedian_Jeremy Unmasked. You can follow me on Tumblr at Jeremy Unmasked. You can follow me on Twitter at Jeremy Unmasked. And I just want to say I got a couple movies that's coming out. Just be looking for it. I'm filming right now. I'm playing Mr. Deeds, which is a car salesman. And he gonna remind you of somebody that was one of the baddest mans in radio. And then I'm working on another film which is called
Black.
No, this brother that is gonna remind you of before we go, and I'm gonna do that as we wrap this up. And I got a project that I'm working on. It's called Me and You, which now we're about to start casting for that. So you can also hit me up on Facebook for that too. Because I need people in there that's serious about it. Now, before we go, I want to let y'all know that you're not from Shreveport or you didn't have a good childhood if Mr. Cat D-A-double-D-Y Daddy was not on the radio and your birthday party did not turn into a grown folk party at 5 o'clock.
Magic 100.
So we're going to do it like this. We're going to take it out right. This is comedian Jeremy Unmasked on the takeover. We're gonna represent Cat D-A-double-D-Y Daddy, baby, on 102.1 KDKS, home of the Steve Harvey Morning Show. So come on!
And there it is.
There it is.
Take over.
Yes, sir.